Here I am discussing the solution for the first problem. So you have the daily demand and the probability. These two columns are already given in the problem. So I am having the same thing been written here. The third column is the cumulative probability column. So here the probabilities are given in terms of decimals. I have to go on adding up, arriving at the cumulative probabilities. First probability is written as it is. The next probability is 0.01 plus 0.20, which we arrive at as 0.21 plus 0.15, so that gives us 0.36. 0.36 is added to 0.50, you get 0.86. 0.86 is added to 0.12, 0.98, it is added up to. So the total of the probability, as we know, is always equal to 1, and you get 1 here. How do I arrive at the random number? Says the given data, that is for 10 days, is in terms of 0 to 99. So I work out my random number intervals from 0 to 99. The first random number is 0. So if you convert this in terms of hundreds, it will be 1, 21, 36, 86, 98 and 100. So I will stop at 0 here, since the cumulative probability is 1 here. So I work out the inclusive class intervals. So I stop at 0, I start at 1 here, so 1 to 20. So here I have the probability to be 0.21. In terms of hundreds, it is 21. So I stop at 20, one number less than 20. So as I told you, we work out the inclusive class intervals. It is continued like this. So 21 to 35, since decimals it is 30.36, in terms of hundreds it is 36, one number less than that is 35. So like this is it goes on, and we stop at 99. So the second table is this. This is called as a random number interval table. Second table is table 2 is the simulated demand table. Simulated demand table. Now what are the columns we have here? First is the serial number, random numbers, simulated demand column, and stock remaining. So the serial numbers are 1 to 10 for 10 days. The random numbers are given in the problem. I have to find out where this 48 lies. 48 lies between 36 to 85. The corresponding daily demand is 30, that I have recorded here. About 78, it is lying between 36 to 85, and the corresponding demand is 30. If you see here, these numbers are traced in the random number interval table, that is table 1. Now coming down to the fourth column here, I have written it as stock remaining. If you observe here, this owner is trying to make 30 cakes every day. So 30 cakes he is producing. So I have to work out the stock remaining. So here simulated demand is 30 and he is producing 30. All the 30 get sold and the stock remaining is 0. So here he is producing 30, 30 gets sold and 0. Next, simulated demand is 10, but he is producing 30. 30 remains constant for all the 10 days. So 10 is the simulated demand, 20 is the stock remaining. So if you observe, in only 3 days that you have stock remaining, that works out to 60. So the average demand is a total of this column divided by 10 days. So 24 cakes per day are ordered. Stock remaining is the total of this particular column divided by 10. 6 cakes get unsold or remain in the stock per day. This is how we calculate the simulation problem.